wide in the middle and latter stages, was placed behind Baltic Eagle after starting equal favourite in that event last week. Didn't have a lot of luck either, was severely checked at the start and was trapped wide for the last lap. So $11 it might be value, especially for punters looking for one to throw into their multiples. Benji Man for Gary Hall Jr. is at the $14 quote. A consistent racehorse who's had 63 lifetime starts for 16 wins and 19 minor placings. And the 9 Sockies Raider, who was slightly disappointed last time out but was held up for a run in the straight, is capable of better, was a runner-up at Gloucester Park behind Baltic Eagle 2 starts ago. It's had 59 lifetime starts, the six-year-old, for 24 wins and 13 minor placings. So we've got 2 minutes of betting time before they go in the WA Pacing Cup. And there's the latest look at the market. There haven't really been big market moves. The Sockies Raider, the best of them, now into $9.40. They're about to be called up, so let's go to John Hunt for his description of the big one this evening, the WA Pacing Cup.
Thank you, Nadia, and Ryan locally, as everybody joined in for the coverage of the Group 1 Grand Circuit $200,000 Be Active WA Pacing Cup. 25-44 metres from the mobile. The emergencies are out. Next ruler, golden gears not required, and favourite lies with Baltic Eagle. Tremendous win in the Fremantle Pacing Cup and the Celebrity Mile Consolation before that. Baltic Eagle really announced himself that night. First start for Kim Prentice when he bounced out and won the Consolation in pretty much exactly the same time as Shattering Class won the main event, the Celebrity Mile. And then he came out in the Fremantle Cup and lost all that ground at the start and just found a way to win. It was an absorbing performance, as was the run of Highest Honour back in 3rd place in the Fremantle Cup. He's a tremendous chance again this evening. Manifold Bay had little or no luck really in the Australian Pacing Championship. He's a bit cramped for room. Much better in the wide open spaces, that fellow. Sockies Raider, speaking of being cramped for room, he got crumpled up behind the tiring Shattering Class, who had shoeing problems in the APC, and he's been heavily backed tonight to make amends despite the widest draw. Shattering Class, speaking of him, Trevor Warwick on board, the old veteran. A couple of talented veterans getting together there at his 186th race start. Shattering Class finds a new driver, but it's a good time to be doing it, because last week Terry Ferguson had his first drive on Back in a Falcon, saluted in the Australian Pacing Championship, so maybe it's a good omen for Tricky on old Shattering Class as the mobile starts to move off. Back in a Falcon tonight, drawn in barrier 1. Lindsay Harper back on board, the baby of the field, the 4-year-old. 2 mares in the race, Maggie Deer and Sarbella. Sarbella, of course, a full sister to Ferguson's other Pacing Cup winner, which was Saab. No mare has won since Pyramus in 1972. Stand by for a start. Biggest race of the year. History awaiting. The green light goes on. They're underway. Another party flew the machine. So did Baltic Eagle. Prentice pulled the whip on him early, and the big athletic fellow is going to run to the early lead. Another party goes up on the outside. Back in a Falcon. Couldn't go with the favourite. Shattering Class pressing forward out 3 deep and 4 wide early as Sockies Raider. Maggie Deer will rail up on the inside of Golden Resonator, who lobs midfield early. Manifold Bay got back. He's on the outside of the mare Sarbella. After 1 came Highest Honour, and then Benji Man. And a chivalrous fella appeared to get a bit of a prat. He lost a couple of lengths, and he's dropped out 3 lengths astern of the field. So the favourite, Baltic Eagle for Kim Prentice, controls the race early. Now, he's a length clear right around the outside. Here's Benji Man. He's got the match put to the fuse, and he strides briskly up into the breeze. Back in a Falcon, the APC winner is on the inside. Going up in the 1-1 trail is Sockies Raider. That's a nice bit of driving by Warwick from gate 9. A length and a half to old Shattering Shuddering, he covers Maggie Dear. That mare 3 back on the pegs. A length and a half to another party outside Golden Resonator. Further astern then to Sarbella. She's railing up on the inside of the Victorian Manifold Bay. He's got back to third last, Gavin Lang. And then Chivalrous Fella and Highest Honour is back at the tail of the field. Now the lead time at 69.5. They're in dangerous territory, leaving this horse alone. That is slow, that lead time. Baltic Eagle is controlling the race. He pilots the field. Prentice at the tempo he wants. And he is a half length clear on Benjiman on the outside. Back in a Falcon is just lobbing along on the back of the leader, getting a lovely run. The Little Chestnut, Soki's Raider is one out, one back, and then Maggie Dear. She's on the inside of Shattering Class, and then Golden Resonator, another party. Here's Highest Honour peeling out 3 deep from the back, and then Sarbella. Manifold Bay is second from last and 2 lengths away, Chivalrous Fella. First quarter of the last mile in 31.1 as they turn into the straight for the bell in the WA Pacing Cup. Whatever beats Baltic Eagle's got to win, doesn't it? The sectional's well and truly in his favour. He comes down the straight now as they start to up tempo. He's a half length on Benjiman. Manifold Bay galloped. Manifold Bay is out of business. Baltic Eagle is a half length on Benjiman. That quarter in 29.3. The half in 60.4. Back in a Falcon. Swats on a run. Soki's Raider just behind them. Followed by Highest Honour. Wide out on the track. Maggie Dear trying to force away off the inside. And then Shattering Class. Golden Resonator. Another party. Well back to Sarbella. Chivalrous Fella. And Manifold Bay can't win. Inside the 450. And the leader is Baltic Eagle. Prentice sitting quietly for mine. 28.8 that quarter. A half length away, Benjiman. Soki's Raider about to make a line of 3. Back in a Falcon on a loosish rein behind them. Then Maggie Dear, Golden Resonator. Coming to the home turn. The Fremantle Cup winner is in front. It's Baltic Eagle a length on Benjiman. Then Soki's Raider and Maggie Dear. Baltic Eagle skipped away. You are looking at the new face of WA Harness Racing's elite. And it's the double to Prentice and Baltic Eagle. Fremantle Cup into the WA Pacing Cup. He wins by 3 lengths. Getting up on the outside, Maggie Dear might have got second. She's in a photo with Benjiman and back in a Falcon. After a gap came Soki's Raider. Then Chivalrous Fella, he made up some ground with Sarbella, another party. Golden Resonator, well back to Highest Honour, Shattering Class, and Manifold Bay, a crying shame. He got knocked out of it mid-race.
Well, the 2 are Baltic Eagle, the tote favourite for Kim Prentice, taking up the 5th event, Gloucester Park, the WA Pacing Cup, 270 and 140 being the return. Now, Mandurah isn't too far away as we await those placings through on the feature this evening. Now, they're heading to the boxes at Mandurah. Get more from the track at Gloucester Park after this greyhound racing event. And this will be the running of Eagle. And Baltic Eagle taking up the feature this evening. 2, 1, 10 and 7 were those first 4 placings in the feature. The first 4 New South Wales, $392.30 the return. So there's the latest scenes from the track, and very happy connections taking out the feature event. Let's clear some dividends now. The 5th event, Mandurah, 3, 6 and 8 the numbers, and the trifecta New South Wales. Jets paid a lot better in New South Wales than on the WA tote. $2,342 being that return, with Kaja winning at double figure odds. Now looking ahead to the next at Mandurah, this is race 6 due in 17, and the 7, Carney Marie, is the top rater over Little Lada, A Bomber's Token and Wandering Night. So 7, 1, 6 and 2 the way the ratings saw race 6. The tote favourite, the early favourite, with still plenty of time to place your wagers, is Bomber's Token at $2.10. A fraction over $1,000 in the win pool. And there are the totes still awaiting the all clear signal up after race 5 from Mandurah. Now we do have all clear through on the 5th at Gloucester Park, the WA Pacing Cup. Baltic Eagle successful. Time for us to take a break. We'll be back with more on Sky after this. Would you